December 26, 1996, a day etched in infamy. In the peaceful town of Boulder, Colorado, a tragic mystery was about to unfold that would capture the nation's attention for decades. A young beauty queen, just 6 years old, would lose her life in a way that still baffles investigators to this day. It all began in the early hours of December 26th. Patsy Ramsey, the mother of JonBenét, awoke to find a ransom note on the back staircase of her home. It was a chilling message that no parent ever wants to read. A demand for $118,000 in exchange for the safe return of her daughter, JonBenét. The note was peculiar, not just in its content, but in its length, 3 pages long. It was written in a rambling tone, with odd phrases and a specific ransom amount that matched John Ramsey's recent bonus. At 5:52 a.m., Patsy called 911, reporting her daughter as missing. The police arrived quickly, but what they would soon discover would send shockwaves through the small town. Less than 8 hours later, JonBenét's lifeless body was found in the basement of her own home. John Ramsey, her father, made the gruesome discovery. JonBenét was lying on the floor, her mouth covered with duct tape and a smooth cord wrapped tightly around her neck. The body was found in a small, dark utility room, a place the police hadn't thought to search earlier. How did the little girl end up there? And why hadn't the police found her sooner? The investigation was chaotic from the start. The crime scene was heavily compromised as friends, family, and even clergy entered the home before the police could properly secure it. Critical evidence may have been lost or contaminated during those early hours. JonBenét was a well-known child beauty queen, having won numerous pageants. Her death, combined with her public persona, quickly turned the case into a media frenzy. Reporters and cameras lined the streets, and the Ramsey family found themselves under intense scrutiny. From the beginning, suspicion fell on the Ramsey family. Some investigators believed that either John or Patsy, or perhaps even Burke, JonBenét's older brother, was involved in her death. Theories ranged from an accidental killing during a fit of rage to a planned cover-up. But not everyone was convinced. Enter Lou Smit, a seasoned homicide detective who was brought out of retirement to review the case. Smit quickly developed a different theory, one that involved an intruder. Smit pointed to evidence of a possible break-in, including a basement window that appeared to have been tampered with. He also highlighted unidentified DNA found on JonBenét's clothing, DNA that didn't match anyone in the Ramsey family. The autopsy revealed the horrifying details of JonBenét's final moments. The official cause of death was determined to be asphyxia by strangulation, associated with craniocerebral trauma. The evidence suggested that JonBenét had been struck on the head and then strangled. Yet, the circumstances of her injuries left more questions than answers. Was the head injury inflicted by an assailant, or was it the result of a tragic accident? The answers remain elusive, and the autopsy report became a focal point of debate among experts. The media's obsession with the case only grew as time went on. Speculation ran rampant, with headlines accusing the Ramseys, questioning the police investigation, and even floating bizarre conspiracy theories. Everyone had an opinion, and the public was divided. Some believed the Ramseys were innocent victims of a flawed investigation. Others were convinced that the family was hiding something. In recent years, new information has come to light, thanks to the tireless work of Lou Smit. Before his passing, Smit recorded his thoughts and findings in a series of audio diaries. These tapes provide a fascinating insight into one of the most complex investigations in modern history. Smit's theory of an intruder gained traction when new technology allowed for more precise DNA testing. However, despite these advances, no definitive suspect has ever been identified, and the case remains unsolved. Nearly 3 decades have passed since that tragic morning in Boulder. The case of JonBenét Ramsey continues to haunt the American psyche. Despite countless investigations, books, documentaries, and even TV specials, the truth remains frustratingly out of reach. The Ramsey family has maintained their innocence, and the Boulder Police Department still considers the case open. But with each passing year, the chances of solving this mystery grow slimmer. JonBenét Ramsey was a vibrant, talented child with her whole life ahead of her. The world was robbed of her potential, and her family was left with a wound that time has yet to heal. As we reflect on this case, we must remember that behind all the headlines there was a little girl who deserved better. The search for justice continues, not just for JonBenét, but for all those who seek the truth. Thank you for watching.
If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into some of the world's most enduring mysteries. And remember, justice delayed is justice denied.